At 9 a.m. on June 7th, 1992, Janelle Kirk drove up to the house at 1717 East Delmar Street in Springfield, Missouri. The morning sun was already high, promising a warm summer day, but the scene that greeted her was anything but bright. She went to the front door and turned the doorknob. It gave instantly, unlocked. The initial feeling wasn't panic, but confusion, as she and Stacy McCall's boyfriend, Bartlett Streeter, stepped inside. The atmosphere was immediately wrong. A shattered globe from the porch light lay on the floor outside, its pieces glistening on the welcome mat. Inside, the television was still softly humming, and the only occupant was the family dog, Cinnamon, who seemed agitated and distressed, circling nervously without his owners. But the truly devastatingly terrifying part was this: 3 women were gone. No sounds of a struggle had been reported by any neighbors. No windows were broken. No valuables had been taken. The purses, wallets, and keys were all left behind. The only thing missing was Suzanne Streeter, Sherrill Levitt, and Stacy McCall. The chilling, stark reality that the only thing stolen was their very presence turned this house into a crime scene, launching what would become the most baffling and frustrating unsolved vanishing in the history of American true crime. Let's rewind to the hours leading up to the absolute silence. Sherrill Levitt, 47, a hard-working beautician, had spent the week with her 20-year-old daughter, Suzanne Streeter, staining and renovating their modest home, excited about the fresh start. Suzanne, vibrant and popular, had plans for the weekend, as did her friend, Stacy McCall, 18, who had just celebrated her high school graduation. Stacy, tired from a long graduation night, had made the spontaneous decision to crash at Suzanne and Sherrill's house, planning to head home early Sunday morning to meet her mother. Everything was normal. They were young, they were planning futures, and they were safe, tucked into bed inside a home where the very keys to their escape were neatly placed on the kitchen table. The stark contrast between their normal, joyous Saturday night and the absolute, unexplained void of Sunday morning is the deep well of unease that fuels this mystery. The security of home was violated in a way that left no physical signature, only an impossible absence. The details of the discovery only deepen the unsettling nature of the crime. The sight of that smashed porch light was the only indication of forced entry or struggle, yet the interior remained pristine. Sherrill Levitt's keys, her wallet, and her car all were abandoned in the house. Stacy McCall's car remained parked outside. Had they left voluntarily, they would have needed their vehicles or keys. Had they been forcibly abducted in a rush, the keys and wallets would likely have been swept away or left scattered. The undisturbed placement of the keys on the dining room table suggests a controlled, calm disappearance that absolutely defies logic. Adding to the chilling atmosphere, a lampshade in Sherrill's bedroom was found with a crack running through it, a silent, tiny piece of evidence suggesting some brief moment of resistance or an accidental impact, yet no blood or further sign of a fight was ever located. Furthermore, the behavior of the dog, Cinnamon, was noted by investigators. He was distressed, not in the way a dog is when left alone for too long, but in a deeper, fearful manner. The house offered whispers of a struggle, but no screams and no witnesses. The subsequent investigation immediately hit walls of confusion. The earliest, strangest leads were the anonymous phone calls. The first call came in very early the next day, a man claiming to know where the women were, only to hang up prematurely before police could trace the location, adding an immediate, tantalizing layer of cruelty to the case. A second, even more bizarre call followed, with a man claiming the women were tied up in an attic, a lead that was aggressively pursued but ultimately led to nothing. Though many leads were immediately dismissed as hoaxes, the fact that two separate individuals felt compelled to inject themselves into the situation so quickly speaks to the profound fear and curiosity the case instantly generated. Then came the tangible suspect, an individual with an established connection to Suzanne, who confessed to friends that he had killed the women and buried them in a remote location. This suspect was interrogated extensively, even bringing police to several locations he claimed were burial sites. But the earth yielded nothing. He later recanted his admission, claiming he was simply desperate for attention. The investigation became an exhausting cycle of false hopes, dead ends, and missing physical evidence. The lack of any remains, any witnesses, or any reliable physical link to a perpetrator has turned the Springfield Three into a permanent, agonizing question mark that has haunted the community and detectives for over 3 decades. To this day, the Springfield Three remains a chilling American puzzle. All the evidence, the keys left behind, the untouched cars, the broken light, the distressed dog, all points to an anomaly, a breach of security that should not have been possible. No true crime case in America has such little forensic evidence and yet such a wealth of human mystery. The central, agonizing riddle remains. How did 3 people from a seemingly secure house vanish without a sound, without a struggle, leaving behind all the tools they would need to flee? Was the crime committed by someone they knew, someone who could enter the house without raising an alarm, or was this a meticulously planned professional abduction? The answer lies buried, perhaps right under our noses. I want to know what you think. Share your most compelling theories and insights in the comments below.